What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Voice Visions. We again are here at Roots Miami Cava. I am having my matcha tea, and you just chugged like a whole jarrito before we started.
Come on, now that shit is fire. That
It's
shit
fire,
is
though.
delicious, my boy.
But we are here. Of course, my name is Voice of G, but you already know that. And I'm here with Scois, the host of Scois Talks. You interview different rappers, different artists, different really entrepreneurs, and you really put people on. So thank you for being here.
Oh man, my pleasure, brother. You know, like I say, man, it's all about, community and unity, and I'm happy to be part of your platform. And it was such a pleasure to have you on Scois Talk earlier this week. It was definitely a good vibe. This is what it's all about, unity and just helping one another out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I felt that. Even within the first couple minutes of that interview, I felt that you were really coming from a genuine place. You know what I'm saying? With your show, and you're trying to put people on. And that's what I try to do on this show, is kind of shine the light. Sometimes it gets a little dark in this crowded city, and you got to shine the light.
But, people got to understand, if it was all about you, the sun will only shine on you. So, it's all about unity and helping people. And you know what, to be honest with you, what really inspired me to start Scois Talk, growing up, I idolized Keenan Ivory Wayans and what he did with A Living Color. Now, as you see with that show, he put everybody on, from Jamie Foxx to Jennifer Lopez, Jim Carrey, even his brothers on. And, that's what it's all about. Just putting people on and help. I don't believe in waiting for somebody to make it to acknowledge their greatness, because I feel like the beginning stage is the best part, because you get to see where the artist started and continues to see them grow. And that's why I'm happy helping the artists and doing what I'm doing. And it's such a great experience to meet great artists, such as yourself and Richie B, Matt Sonata, Danny, and so many people, man. Soleil, and Sunshine. The list could go on.
Who's been I guess your favorite interview, or the?
You know what?
If it's not me, it's okay. I won't get offended.
No. You're one of my. Well, one thing, like I say, I'm a huge fan of that song 25 to Life. And I keep telling you that you're probably like, God damn, like, nigga, I get it. But that track is amazing.
Yeah.
That's a track that you could smoke a cigar and just stare at the fucking beach waters and just really reflect and think about life. And I'm pretty sure that's the whole point of you making that song. And music is a feel. It's all about creating magic, and once it touches the ear of the listener, and it's all good. But back to your question. Well, the most unique interview I had so far is the one with Matt Sonata. I met this guy at the Hippie Haven. This kid is born blind, and he could play any instrument, very talented. And, that's my guy. I really care for him, and he's an amazing taste. Just amazing, because, growing up, I seen Ray. And, I'm a huge Stevie Wonder fan. But to see somebody up close in person, see what they do, and don't let that, them being blind stop them from pursuing their dream and showing their greatness, that's just fucking, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. I think about that all the time, actually. Like, people who are missing limbs and are still winning gold medals in the Paralympics or what have you, they're still successful. And as our light somehow flickers. But I think of that all the time. Like, there's people who have their health and they have their limbs and they have all this opportunity to be great, but they let outside things or even inside things like their thoughts get to them and bring them down, and they're not able to be great.
And you know what? And like I say, last year was a learning experience. If 2020 didn't bring out the hustler in you, or if you're a musician, if it didn't make you become a better artist, or whatever you're trying to pursue, then that's a problem. Because besides the deaths and very sad, because I lost a couple of family members to COVID-19. But the whole thing is people begin to have that people eyes open. and you know they quit taking the little things for granted. And you know, like I say, man, if you're great, go out there and pursue it. Do what you got to do. Don't let nothing stop you. You know, when I built this platform over quarantine, you know, to be honest with you, it was just for fun. You know, I couldn't see none of my friends, so I said, "Fuck it, let me go on the video, FaceTime. We're gonna reflect, you know, on the good times." Like, you know, it was a sad time for many people, and I try to bring some light and comedy.
Thank you.
You know, and have people smiling. And dog, to be honest with you, I never thought that it would have led this far, but you know, that's just the power of God. You know, these special things happen when you least expect it. And like I say, you know, when you're passionate about something, you got love for something, man. To be honest with you, the biggest blessing of me doing Scois Talk is to be able to put people on this platform so other people could discover their talent. And that's what it's all about, you know. And I see that you're doing that also with this platform. And, you know, it's all about, you know, let's change the game. You know, let's form some unity. I'm not a fan of the crab in the bucket mentality. I'm all about helping people genuinely. You know, I don't get paid for Scois Talk, but I enjoy doing it. And that's what makes it so special, you know, and I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's an interesting experience because every person that I've sat down and talked to, they talk, you know, we just opened up the episode, we're talking about 2020 and COVID and all that. There's, no matter what it is, there's going to be an adversity that you face, and you're going to have some decisions to make, you know. And for any up-and-comer entrepreneur, photographer, videographer, artist, you name it, right? Any creative.
Absolutely. And you're gonna, bro, when you're on the
they'll
path,
face that adversity.
Exactly. When you're on the path to greatness, as an entrepreneur, you gotta understand that you're gonna deal with a lot of stones being thrown at you. You know, a lot of people that you thought were your friends are gonna turn on you. They're not gonna be around. But you know the old saying, you know, everybody that started with you can't go with you. You know, not everybody is meant to be a part of your journey. And like I said, whether you're around for good intentions and bad intentions, the beauty about life, and in the end of the day, you still learn something. Like, even if you deal with a crooked person, in the end of the day, yeah, they flaw, you disappointed, but you learn something. And that's the beauty of life. No matter what, you learn something. Whether it's good or bad, you learn something.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn.
Absolutely. Yeah. But you never lose. You never lose. And, you know, like Master P always say, man, you know, L's are not losses, they're lessons. Yeah. And that stuck with me, and it's true. It's true.
Who is your favorite artist? It could be any genre.
Man, you know what, dog, dude? Everybody know that when it comes to Nasty Nas, congratulate the Nas finally getting that damn Grammy. Although I feel like he should have got it since Illmatic, but it's alright. My man's got it. You know, I fell in love with hip hop because, you know, growing up, you know, from South Florida, you know, my older brothers, you know, we listened to the Down South, you know, the No Limit Soldier, Cash Money, Pastor Troy's, and all that. And it wasn't until 2008 where I had my mans, you know, he introduced me to, you know, the big puns, the big L's in 2008 when I was in the 8th grade. And I remember he played Illmatic for me. And bro, since then I just fell in love with it because I feel like Illmatic is such an iconic album. You know, that blend with hip hop and jazz. You know, it's like Illmatic is like a fucking album that tells you a story and you can visualize it. Like, my favorite track is Life is a Bitch. You know, it's classic, timeless. But Nasty Nas is definitely, you know, my number one. But far as hip hop group, you know it's gonna go to Tribe Called Quest, hands down.
Hey, I saw your post on there.
Yeah, you know, it's sad, you know, because, you know, that album changed my life. The Low End Theory changed my life. You know, just being blown away by the creativity. And, you know, I'm always that dude that I believe in, you know, listening to albums through vinyls. You know, with all due respect to the stream and the HD and all that, I think vinyl records have that pure sound, that original sound. And, you know, that's why you see me holding that record, because it's like that record meant so much to me to this day. And, you know, fortunately with Five Dog passing, you know, it's sad. I don't think I'm gonna ever, you know, be able to see them live yet. You know, with the COVID and all that restrictions, it's not making it any better. But, you know, like I said, man, I'm just happy that, you know, that final album, Five Dog was able to be a part of that, and timeless. But Low End Theory, hands down,
For me, it has to be Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh man, Into the 36 Chambers?
Yes.
Oh yes.
And I love it because each and every single artist had their own character, had their own style. You know, you have the Old Dirty Bastard,
Right.
Inspector Deck, Redman. I mean, the list goes on. And
you can't forget about my man's Tony Stark's Ghostface Killer.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And like each one could still go out and drop a solo, and it's still successful.
But you know what?
We're just so talented.
That defines 90s hip hop.
You're right.
Everybody was unique in their own way. Everybody was different, from Nas to Tupac to Diggable Planet, Far Side. You know, that Lab in California album produced by the, you know, God bless the dead, Jay Dilla. Like, these are timeless albums, dude. Like, the 90s was so pure. Everybody had their own style, you know. And that was so special about 90s hip hop. That's why I love hip hop, period. You know, not just 90s, but, you know, 80s, anything hip hop. And one thing I want to address, a lot of people like to say hip hop is dead because of the new generation. Let's not say that. You know what? If you don't like the music, then listen to the music that you want to listen to. But let's not knock the creativity it is. Because, listen, let's be honest. The sound of hip hop in the 90s did not sound the same as the sound in the 80s. You know, the 80s was, you know, b-boy breakdancing. The 90s, we shifted to gangsta rap. And there were people then saying, oh, hip-hop's dead, you know, we shifted gangsta rap. Listen, let's be happy at the fact that this is a genre that they say that was not going to last, and 40-plus years is still here today.
And it's still trying to get respect in these shows like the Grammy Awards and all that stuff.
Yeah, dude, shout out to Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith becoming the first hip hop group to ever win a Grammy with their iconic double disc album Home Base. You know, like, bro, that changed the game. To now, you got Jay-Z. How many Grammys he won now? Like, bro, let's talk about, like, bro, back in the days, rappers was not getting money, but there was a man from New Orleans, Louisiana, who changed the game, Master P. So now we got billionaires in the game, such as Kanye, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, P. Diddy. So hip-hop is coming far, and I'm proud of it, and I love hip-hop. I'm a huge hip-hop head. Hip-hop changed my life, and hip-hop is all about community, and the community is all about hip-hop.
Yeah, I love, like, the ciphers, just the sense, like you said, the sense of community. And it's given, like, this opportunity for people to express themselves like no other genre does. I mean, you know, of course I'm biased by saying that because I'm an artist myself and I make hip hop music, but I feel like it creates a lane that no other genre just hits. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, going back to talking about the new generation of artists, and we talked about it in our last episode. You know, we did the interview that we did together on Scois Talks. You know, it took me. I was like that old head, you know, bashing the young, the Lil Uzi Verts and all that stuff, and I had to kind of like turn my head and be like, hey, why am I?
Absolutely. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first heard Lil Uzi Vert, I'm like, I'm not gonna listen to that. But you know me, I'm a huge, you know, Pharrell fan. And when I seen Pharrell did a track with him, Neon Guts, which is hard as shit, I'm like, yo, if Pharrell could embrace the new generation, why can't I? When you got Nas making a song with Lil Durk, which is like on the King Disease, which is a fire ass track. So, bro, let's embrace the time. Cause let's be honest. Would you want to hear something that sounds the same? Everybody sound the same?
Yeah.
It'll get boring. So instead of tarnishing them, let's embrace that, yo, these guys are creative. They're in a position to feed their families. And that's what it's all about. You know, that's the problem. That crab in the bucket hate mentality. Scois ain't down with that. Nah. We ain't hating on nobody. And like my mom always say, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all.
Facts. Yeah, I mean, for me, it just as a life philosophy is you always give love first, no matter what. If somebody doesn't reciprocate, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Don't get taken advantage of. But you give love, and love will come back. And
that's the universal law. When you do like I tell people, man, when you live a phony life, don't get mad when that girl ain't keeping it real with you and your homies ain't real. Because, dog, what you put out is what you get. Now, if you genuine and real, the real people that was meant to be around you will be around you, and life will keep blessing you. Dude, do you know the other day, I was just walking, minding my business. I look on the ground, found $500.
Wow.
And it's like, whoa, it's like, I must be doing something right. Not saying that I care about it, it is what it is, but it's like, dog, the universal law. Because I feel like that's God saying, yo, I see what you're doing from a kind heart. You're not capping. You're doing this from the heart, so I'm gonna bless you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep doing this because it's all about like spreading blessings. You know, it's so much that one man can live off of, so why be greedy? If you got a platform to help somebody, why be on some creep shit? You know what I'm saying? But now, of course, you know what? 50% of people is gonna dislike you. 50% of people is gonna like you in this world. It is what it is. Some people may not understand your ways, which is cool. It is what it is. Not everybody meant to understand each other, but respect is key. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, hey, that's one thing I learned about this industry. You gotta have tough skin. Some things may not work out. Some people may not like it. They'll try to tarnish you, but it's all good. But one thing Big said, you know, you just gotta stay on a positive vibe and keep it going.
Keep it moving through the ups, through the downs.
You gotta keep it going, keep it pushing, man.
And I started this podcast,
which I'm proud of you again.
Thank you, bro.
It's all love, baby.
It's interesting. I mean, I don't really try to get too political, at least during these kind of interviews, one-on-one and stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, one of the first episodes that we did was my friend Josue and I. It was our first off-brand episode, which is where we just talk about whatever, right? It's not like an interview.
Freestyle.
Exactly, it's like a freestyle.
Okay.
We were talking about the presidency and like the candidates, you know, Trump and Biden and stuff.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm constantly going back to that episode, and not necessarily for a political reason, but just to compare like how far we've come and
as a people,
you know what I'm saying? From all the tension and everything. Now it's like, you know, of course, if you don't like the current president, you're gonna feel some kind of way or what have you, right? But it feels like now it's like things are kind of like dying down. Things are starting to open up. People are starting to at least be more positive.
You know what? But I'm gonna tell you one one positive thing that I've seen in 2020. More and more people went to get an LLC and start their own business. And I'm heavy on entrepreneurship and start your own business. Like I always tell people, look, get an LLC, start a business, man. Own yours, man. Build your own. It's all about leaving generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? What we do today, like let's not be selfish on life. What we do today defines the future of those after us. You know, right now I got 2 nephews and 1 niece. I want to leave something behind for them. Before, you know, and if I have kids in the future, then hey, that's more for me to grind for. But I want to leave something behind. You know, our parents work hard. You know, my parents, you know, from Haiti. You know, they came from a poor area of Haiti, and they came here working and raised us. And I want to grind and make sure, you know, to show them that your sacrifice was worth it. You know, your son is out here making moves, doing what he got to do. But like I said, I'm proud to see a lot of people opening their LLCs, starting their own business, people supporting black-owned business, or any business that you do. Whether you cut grass, whatever you do, hair, whatever you do, hey, I'm happy for you. You know, let's build generational wealth. Let's leave something behind.
Yeah, a lot of people, I guess, whether, you know, it was because of COVID, they had to leave their job and they're working through Zoom, and they probably realized like, hey, I could do the same job, if not a different job at home and be happier than be in front of the computer all day.
Exactly. Like, bro, there's many ways to make money. Put your money in stock. Get on e-commerce online, on the online stores. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was talking to somebody one time, and I was like, yo, you should put your money in stocks or Forex, whatever you do. She said, well, you know, my mom said, you know, for me, like, not to do that because I'm making the person that signs me richer. Well, damn, when you buy a pair of Jordans, a pair of designers, you ain't making them richer? So that don't make no sense. That's the problem. Like, people that fear mentality, like, bro, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. It ain't gonna be easy. As an entrepreneur, you're gonna have to stay up late. You feel me? You're gonna have to deal with a lot. But that's part of being an entrepreneur. You know, like, bro, would you rather work for you, take your own failures and take your own bounce backs, than work at a job where they could just replace you any moment, anytime?
No, it's I mean, in my own personal experience, I won't say where I work, but I do work my 9 to 5, and I'm almost done. I would say in when the school semester's over, I've decided this is not a formal announcement, but I've decided to go full force into the entrepreneurship, videos, photos, whatever you might need, I got you. And like I said, like we were talking about 2020, it was revolutionary, like in people's mindsets, and they started to realize, like, hey,
seeing the brighter picture.
Right.
You know, and that's what it's all about, man. Like I say, man, if you're out there doing something positive, you know, Scois is all for it. You know, nothing but positivity, nothing but positive vibe. You know, that's what it's all about. Distance yourself from the negativity, distance yourself from the haters, and surround yourself around good vibes and good people. You know the old saying, when you chill around 4 millionaires, you're bound to be the 5th one. If you chill around 4 lazy people, you're going to be the 5th one. So choose your surroundings wisely, my dude.
Something I realized too, and not to knock anybody that knows me personally, but it just the circle that I was in a few years ago is not the circle that I'm in now. I tried to surround myself with people who are not just like-minded, because that's also dangerous too. If everybody just agrees with you all the time, you know, you need that one person to be like, hey, that idea is not very good. You gotta, you know, keep it, you know, you should try this, right? But it's good to have a good support system around you. People around you that genuinely, you know, are for you and will tell you how it is, like it is at any time of day. Yeah. That's super important.
That's the type of people that you need to have around you. You know, if you have the people that be like, oh, yes, you're doing good. Yeah. They don't give a damn about you. As a matter of fact, if you think about it, they want you to fail. There's people that thrive to see you suffer, thrive to see you fail. So that's why whether I'm having a bad day, you're never gonna see me down. I'm gonna have my head up, and I'm gonna be a warrior, because God gave his toughest battles to his soldiers, and I'm a soldier, and I'm gonna keep it. You know, I'm gonna keep doing my thing and keep grinding and work hard. Like, hey, when you're on the path to success, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna lose people, you're gonna deal with a lot of doors being slammed, but you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going, man, and you gotta be strong, especially, man. Like, we all have that goal of buying our parents a nice home. Your parents could be your grandparents or your foster parent, whatever. They're your parents. Well, I believe that whoever raised you and took that responsibility to raise you, that's your parents. We all want to, reward them for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what it's all about. Like, dude, that's what I'm all about. Positivity, man. We all trying to win. And it's not about me. I would feel so good to not only see myself win, but to everybody that I put on be in a position to help others. That's what I define success.
Yeah, where you're able to not just find success within you, right, but the people around you. Like, that's MVP quarterback type stuff. That's Tom Brady. Tom Brady taking a pay cut so the Tampa Bay Bucks can regroup and get ready for the next year.
And guess what? When you seen Tom win that NFC Championship, what he did? Yeah. He said, man, it's not about me, man. This for the team, man. Let them enjoy it. I had my time, man. Let them enjoy it. And that's what Scois is all about. That's because guess what? You will always win like that. If you're a grimy, selfish motherfucker, you're never going to win. You're gonna always hit that fucking brick wall because you're grimy.
If there's as we wrap this up, because the time has flown by, if there's one piece of advice, and we've given a lot of advice, I think, but if there's one piece of advice you would give to anybody who's starting up their own, whether it's their own podcast or maybe they're an artist, like, or they're an entrepreneur, what would that one piece of advice be?
Don't give up. Strive to be the best you can be. Time's gonna be hard, but guess what? One thing about going through hard times, one thing is guaranteed: you will become stronger. Keep grinding. Don't give up, because you're almost there. Strive to be the best you can be.
And I guess final question: who would you like to interview out there? It could be any name. Let's do a little shout out, or maybe top three names that you'd like to interview.
Like mainstream?
It could be mainstream.
Master P. He's number one.
Okay.
Because he influenced me so much.
Okay.
Super Cindy. Because I see what she out there doing for the community. She's doing amazing things. And last but not least, West Side Gun.
West Side Gun.
That's my man's.
All right.
West Side Gun.
Yeah, I love Griselda, that New York gritty style. I love it, man. You can't. I can't
Don't
get
it
enough.
remind you of the Wu-Tang Clan in a sense?
I guess so. You can say that.
Cause dog, it's like dog, their beats is just rough and their bars is like we coming to take over the game, and they put out so much projects, and it's only and then they got Armani Caesar.
Yeah.
Yo, they about to take over the game.
You're about to take over the game.
No, you won't take over the game.
All right, guys.
Do it together.
We might as well, bro.
Might as well.
Dale, man. We say in Miami, dale.
And you already know Scois Talk IG Live show, the show where we show love to the artists.
That's right.
You already know.
Peace out.
Peace.